Parallax Stella here. So I already recorded this video once, so if my answers seem a little stagnant, please bear with me because I already recorded this video once, but when I went back to edit the video, the sound quality was really bad and nothing matched up. Like, the audio was way off with my mouth, and even when I tried to edit it so that it would match up with my mouth, it wouldn't stay matched up. But anyways, so I'm going to be redoing this video, so please bear with me if some of my answers seem a little bit stale. So I asked you guys a couple of weeks ago to give me some questions if you wanted a Q&A video, and I sent you the link for my Ask FM. And you guys sent me 30 questions. Question number 1. Favorite Xbox game? Also, what's your Xbox Live name if you have one? So my account on Xbox is just Parallax Stella. I only have an Xbox One. I'm working on getting a PS4, but that is a different story. So my favorite Xbox game would probably have to be Sunset Overdrive. It would be Titanfall, but I mean, I play it on PC too, so I don't consider it just for Xbox. So Sunset Overdrive, which is super fun, by the way. Like, I have tried it, I've streamed it, I love it. Yeah. Will you walk with Savage down the sunset with both your gaming PCs? I could try. Numero 3. What is your idea of a romantic day? Okay, so I could go super generic because I'm not really good at answering stuff like this. I could either go super generic or super cheesy. So let me just go in between. So, I don't know, I'm weird. I don't like being taken to the movies unless it's been, long-term relationship where you're comfortable. Where dates don't necessarily have to be super romantic. It's just a nice time for you guys to spend together. But for me, idea of a romantic day. Probably going hiking or something nature related, or maybe even just walking around downtown, but hiking definitely. Like a hiking trip to a mountain would be great, and a picnic at the very top with some wine, holy crap, that would be amazing. But honestly, if I was taken to a bookstore and if you bought me a couple of books, or if we just stayed at home and we watched a movie from home, which is a lot better because when you go to a movie in a movie theater, you're supposed to be quiet, right? So you can't really talk to the person. What? But you can't really talk to the person next to you because then you'll get shushed and you'll kind of get weird looks. So being at home is super comfortable, and it would be super awesome because you can also cook together. You can, cuddle up on the couch. I don't know, gaming together on the couch late night. Sounds pretty awesome. What is my favorite animal? No, but for real, my favorite animal is the red panda, hands down. Okay, so my favorite song? I don't really have a favorite song. It kind of changes every week or whenever I find a new song that I play the shit out of. I have this system where I find a song that I really like and I play it over and over and over again until it's just played out. Like, I don't know what it is, but right now, probably Bad Blood by Taylor Swift. I know, Taylor Swift, but she's actually got some pretty good stuff and I really liked that song, so that's the one I'm stuck on. What is my favorite color? My favorite color right now, again, it used to be pink when I was a kid, but I kind of grew away from the color pink because a lot of people tease me like, oh, you're a girl, you like pink, here, wear this, have that. And I'm like, well, no, I don't like pink. So it would be a pastel green, but honestly, any pastel color is super awesome. What is your favorite food? Okay, so it's gonna be this weird Korean food that you guys have never heard of. Unless you guys like Korean food, then hello, let's talk, let's go eat. But my favorite Korean food is jjajangmyeon, which is this black bean noodle. And actually, if you watch my vlog from Shudokan, you can see me having some with CBW when I first met her. And it's this bowl of black bean noodles, and they're so good. Like, so good, because you can have it with potatoes, you can have it with onions, you can have it with, I don't know, like freshly grated cucumbers. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Favorite American food would probably be mashed potatoes. No, scalloped potatoes. Stop! Oh, actually, that's important. What is my favorite movie? Okay, So I have a list because there are favorites for me for specific reasons. So my number 1 favorite movie is 10 Things I Hate About You. I know it's like a 90s chick flick and it's, you know, this rom-com, but I love it. I love that it was derived from The Taming of the Shrew, and I really like the message that came across in it because, I don't know, I watched it at a really weird time in my life where I had a crush on a guy and, you know, I kind of let it run me, like who I was. But the main character, Kat, she's like the super strong, like, kick-ass character, and she terrifies all the guys, and she's badass, she's strong. So when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, what am I doing? I can't let this one guy that I have a crush on ruin my life. Like, I can't let him rule what I do. So that's when I started making changes to myself, and I really have that movie to thank because it kind of snapped me out of that. But other than that, my favorite movie would have to be Inception or 500 Days of Summer. What is the craziest thing you've ever done? Okay, so long story. When I was in high school, junior year, I was going to school in Korea because my dad was in the army. And we lived on the 17th floor of this apartment building. And so it was midnight, right? And the guys that I told you about, the guy that I really liked, he called me at like 12 or 1 in the morning. And I was awake because I don't sleep ever. And he calls me and he goes, hey, so are you free? And I was like, it's midnight. It's 1 in the morning. Like, what do you want? Like, what can we do? And he was like, oh, I mean, we're just like outside of your apartment building, you know, if you want to pop down and hang out with us for a little bit, you know, it won't be for too long, but, you know, we just wanted to stop by and see if you're interested. And I was like, holy crap, what do I do? This guy that I really like, this is before I watched the movie, by the way. I was like, this guy I really like wants me to hang out, and I want to appear cool and also, you know, easy to hang out with, which I wasn't, by the way, because my parents were super strict on who I could hang out with and who I couldn't, even with friends. So I was like, okay, all right, I'll be down. It's not gonna be that long. I'll just pop in and out. It'll be fine. So I had the toughest time. It was probably one of the scariest moments of my life because the apartment door, like the doorway, when you walk in, the light always pops on so you can see where you're gonna put your shoes. But that was gonna be a problem for me because everyone slept with their doors open. So I had to sneak and I had to move like so slowly just to get past that door. And the front door would actually beep when you put in the passcode to get in and when you open the door, and it goes doo-doo-doo. So that was not gonna be an option either. So I had to leave the door open a little, and I went down the stairs a couple of flights before I actually took the elevator down. That was actually not the first time that that was not the last time that I went to hang out with them. Yeah. And I did get caught. Major consequences. But I did it again, but that was my last time. The last time that I snuck out was when I watched that video, or when I watched that movie, at one of the guys' house. And yeah, that kind of snapped me out of it. That's what I was talking about. So, yeah. What is my favorite TV show? Okay, so my favorite TV show that I've seen so far is Firefly. You're space pirates. What can't you like about that? That's awesome. But my favorite ongoing show would have to be The Walking Dead. I really like Game of Thrones, but I think I enjoy that more as a book series. Favorite superhero? So my favorite superhero would probably be Wonder Woman, but if we're gonna go by a male counterpart to my favorite female superhero, it would probably be Tony Stark, Iron Man, because he's fucking Tony Stark. He's awesome. Next cosplay. Okay, so my next cosplay, which I have narrowed down to 2, because I usually like to work on 2 projects, but these 2 projects seem to be... There's gonna be a lot going on, so expect a lot of videos in the future, but I'm going to be working on Jinx from League of Legends, and also a pilot from Titanfall, which is going to be a lot of work just because of the helmet, and I've never made a helmet before. I might be using new materials, so that's going to take a while, but hopefully I can get it done before I go to Anime Expo. My favorite hobbies. Well, my favorite hobbies include cooking, trying new foods, traveling, going to conventions, making cosplays, making props, making art, editing videos, which it seems weird because not a lot of people like doing the work that goes into editing videos, but it's a lot of fun for me. I love it. I love being able to match music with, you know, certain visual cues and stuff. But anyway, so there's editing videos, there's gaming, streaming, drinking and gaming. I don't know, just gaming with friends in general. Let's see. I really like going, I know this sounds super cliche, but I really like going to coffee shops and just sitting there and writing in my journal, or just, I don't know, reading a book. I love reading books. I love writing. It's been a while since I've been able to do that just because they take so much focus and I've been really sick. But yeah, those are my favorite hobbies. Okay, so here's a really interesting question. You have one chance to inspire a child who will grow up to profoundly shape humanity's future. You can do so by sharing either a piece of music or a story. Which do you share? So for this question, I chose music, because music lasts forever. A story lasts forever too, but it can also change as you grow up. And also, I grew up reading Aesop's Fables, and that would always help me in different situations because it was a separate story. But in this case, we're talking about one story, and if we're talking about music, a piece of music that is just purely instrumental, that can have such a huge influence on a child. When I was little, I used to not be able to sleep very well, so my parents would take me out on long car drives and put me in my car seat and, you know, drive around the neighborhood or something and have classical music playing. But there's something to be said about the power of music that can calm you down or inspire a bunch of new thoughts and creativity in your mind. So I would have to go with music, because if you have fond memories with a certain piece of music and you come back to it, it'll wash these feelings of positivity and happiness over you. And that's what I would want for a child who's going to grow up to shape humanity's future so profoundly. This next question is from Peter, and he asks, when will you get back on the Xbox One? Whenever I get back to streaming, which will be soon, I'm going to reserve Wednesdays. Excuse me, Wednesdays for Xbox One gameplay. So yeah, and definitely don't worry, whenever you guys, since I don't play the Xbox One so much, whenever I do get on the Xbox One, I will send an invite if you guys do have the game that I'm playing. The next question is also from Peter, and please let me post a chicken nugget. No. The next question asks, why are you such a badass?
Watch out! All units, be advised. Multiple shooters at the location.
The next question is from Ryan Rivera, who I believe is Rhino from stream. Follow me back on Twitter, LOLJKJK. What's the mouse? Oh. Have you updated your treat stream yet? Smiley face. I have not updated my treat stream yet, just because there's a lot of requirements that goes into changing the address and changing the preferences, because holy crap, you can't actually like scroll down and click the things that you want to delete and the things that you want to change. You have to send in a special application. But I will have it done hopefully by the end of the month. Is the girl in your Twitch stream a dancing cat girl or dancing fox girl? Cat girl. I mean, she could be both. Like, she could be a kitty fox like me, but I think she's a cat girl. The ears on her head and the way that she's dancing definitely show that she's a cat girl. Yeah. What is your favorite gaming platform? I think my favorite gaming platform is the PC, just because I've been able to do so much with the PC. All the games that I've wanted to play on the PS4 and on the Xbox One, they've been on PC for a while. Or, you know, the other games on different consoles, I've been able to get the games that I've wanted to play. And I've been able to adjust certain parts of my PC to be able to accommodate for graphic settings or, you know, higher settings for a game. And it's awesome because I've been able to stream straight from the computer with no problems, and I owe a lot to the PC gaming community. So, I don't know, I think PC has always been a favorite of mine just because I've been able to play so much on it. What is one game you bought and played, then wish you could get that time and money back? So I haven't finished this game, and also I'm not saying League of Legends because I didn't buy League of Legends because it's free, but League of Legends. Anyway, but I haven't really finished this game for this exact same reason, but I would probably want to give back Dying Light. I really like the concept of what they were trying to do with Dying Light, but the fact that the rolling in that game is considered an upgrade. An upgrade! In parkour, do you realize the first thing that you learn when you start parkour is rolling? It is so crucial to not breaking your legs or hurting your back or your knees. It is so crucial. But I mean, I understand that it's just a game, but even in Mirror's Edge, you automatically know how to roll. Is that an upgrade? No, it's not. But other than that, the gameplay, it can be a little clunky. I've discovered some bugs and I've just gotten really tired of it. There should be a really good... I know that multiplayer, like I know that playing with friends is really fun and it's awesome, but at the same time, there should be a really nice single player comfort level in there. But it seems like at a certain point in time, you just get really overrun by zombies, and I don't know. I'll definitely play it. I'll try to finish it later, but it's gonna take me some time to get back. What would you change in this world? Okay, well, I would definitely start with healthcare and education. Those two are probably the most important things in my opinion. I recently, I got sick, and without insurance, medicine was super expensive, so we should change that. And let's see, as for education, I'd make it more accessible to more people who want to go to school and who actually want to have a career that requires them to go to school and, major in a certain study, but don't have the money for it. It's got to be more accessible. What is your favorite snack? Okay, so for me, a snack is kind of like a meal. It's crazy how much I can fit in my stomach. No, but for me, my favorite snack would probably be a bowl of ramen with like a smaller bowl of rice. What is the story behind the name Parallax Stella? And this is our last question, by the way, guys. Last question. Parallax Stella, I knew about the term parallax before I ever took my astronomy class, which is where I learned the term stellar parallax, which has to do with the study of stars. And when you look at a star or an object in space from, a certain point, and you look at it, every time you change your location or where you're looking at that same star or object, your perspective of it changes. Like, it never looks the same. The object never looks the same from a different angle or whatever position you're at. So I really like that concept. And, Stella, that's me. So Parallax Stella. And it fit really well. And I thought that it was really unique. I definitely didn't want to have some sort of cliche name like, oh, Kitty Girl or Fox Girl 12, something like that. So, I don't know. Parallax Stella seemed to have a nice ring to it. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for asking me these awesome questions and for giving me this inspiration to do a Q&A video. And it was definitely a lot of fun. If you guys want to let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this and if you want to have more Q&A videos like this, definitely give me some feedback, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!